Rise ye ashen tarnished chosen undead, and welcome Souls fans, new and old, to the next installment of your Dark Souls 2 Score of the First Sin Platinum Guide. Okay, so we finally got there. In the last video, we completed the farm for 30 sunlight medals. With that complete, we can now get the Selfless Giver trophy for fully maxing out a Covenant, and our 21st Miracle Sunlight Spear. So, first things first, let's get our build back. So, we no longer need Soul Appease. We're going to get our 2 Dark Orbs on. And the reason why the number of casts is so high is we still have the Northern Ritual Band on, which is also why our health is so low. So, rings. We need Royal Soldiers, +1. Third Dragon. Ring of Blades, +1. And your choice of Chloranthy Ring +1 or Ring of Steel Protection +1. I recommend Chloranthy, at least for our first run. We'll have Ring of Steel Protection for our second run, because everything does more damage. So, Dark Scythe +10, Magic Staff of Wisdom +5, and Dark Sunset Staff +5. Blossom Kite Shield currently on +8, and we're going to go back to full Havel set for maximum damage absorption. The last thing for the build is Short Bow +6, which we will eventually replace with a Longbow +8. And there we go. So that is our build back. And our health back. And yeah, we're going to spend a humanity to get our maximum health back, as we died a couple of times during the farms. Now, this is critical before doing anything else, because we are still currently in the Covenant of Champions Covenant. We need to disband from there, otherwise all the enemies are going to be on the difficulty of +1, and that's going to spawn some additional enemies as well that we don't want to deal with. So, let's go to Shalkir.
It seems, why now? Just become.
And we can abandon the Covenant. There we are. Lovely. Now we don't have to worry about the difficulty that comes inherently with the Covenant of Champions. We're now going to travel, and we're going to go to Harvest Valley, the mines. And we're going to head back to the broken statue where the Sunlight Covenant is, so that we can give in these 30 Sunlight medals. Magic Staff. Let's bop the 2 giants and the orc. Orc ogre. There we walk. There we go. Charge across to the left. To the left. And to the right. Kneel. Enter Covenant. Heirs of the Sun. We've already joined this, so we won't get a trophy there. Offer Sunlight Medal. And sadly, we are still in the olden days of Souls games, where we have to do this one at a time. If you look at Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls Remastered, where you can do this in multiples. Nope. And what's annoying, it defaults to no as the answer, so you can't even just spam the X or A button on Xbox. Nope, you've got to go wait for it to do its thing. Okay, offer, move, yes. So in Dark Souls 1, this used to be the same for offering the humanity. When you have to offer 30 humanity to Quailag's sister, the Firekeeper spider. But in the remaster, they adjusted it so you could say how many you wanted to give. There is not a remaster of Dark Souls 2. There's a Sunlight Palmer. That's just what we get for increasing the Covenant, and that's why we're having to do all 30 to get the Sunlight Spear. And you don't have to worry about keeping count or anything like that, because you'll know when you get to 30, because you'll get a trophy and you'll get the Sunlight Spear Miracle. After this, we are then going to go to the 3 Voids of Chaos, or Voids of Dark. So this is where the 3 times where you met the Dark Sage in the wheelchair. Not to be confused with Felkin, who is the Dark Sage in the normal chair. It's the Sunsword. No, I know I belong to this. Why did you take me away from offer? This is the Sage in the wheelchair who just constantly says about the dark, the dark, the dark. And he always, each area had the big stone circle with the pillars next to him. Because we met him the 3 times, if you recall, when we met him in the Drang Castle, which was the 3rd time we met him, and suddenly that stone circle was glowing dark, those are the voids. So we have to go into each of those, we have to light a brazier in each of those. And the 3rd one, after the 3rd one, you do, instead of exiting, you drop to the boss of the void. And that's what we're going to need to do. If you die, the void closes, and the way to open it again is to offer a humanity. And that's why humanity is somewhat of a scarce resource in the game. There we go. Selfless Giver and the Sunlight Spear Miracle. There we go. That is your 33rd trophy and your 21st miracle. Let's go. So, it doesn't particularly matter which void you do first, at least as far as I know. And we're going to go to the under Castle Drangleek bonfire. Drangleek Castle, under castle. And that roaring sound you heard, that is the void. I can't remember if I know I farmed the monster enemy here. I can't remember if I beat it 18 times so it won't spawn. Yeah, I did. Okay, but use your torch if the monster enemy is here, if you didn't need to farm it for the extra souls to purchase from this NPC. Then just use the torch because those monster enemies do not like it. So there you go. There's the wheelchair sage I was talking about, and there is the void. We need to join the Covenant.
Yeah.
So give human effigy, that is if the void closes.
May the dark.
That's how you do it. May the dark, dark, with the dark of the dark of the dark, with the shine of the dark. Touch the void, which apparently means kneel and touch your forehead. Okay, so the key thing here is just to be aware of the floor. So you can light a torch, which would be recommended. However, it is worth noting that there is a waterfall coming up, and that will extinguish the torch. So to begin with, just make sure you're keeping an eye on the floor. Because otherwise you will do what I did and go the wrong way. Have I already? There we go. There we go. There's the waterfall designed to extinguish your torch. And now we can light a torch. By lighting the torch, it does mean that we are going to aggro the enemies quicker. But we are going to need to light a sconce at the end anyway, so... There are 3 enemies in total, so there is a Havel, there is a Caster, and there is a Rogue. Well, the Casters only take 1 hit. Too close. No. Oh, he drunk. There we go. Okay. Ooh, bonfire aesthetic. So, behind where the caster was. Carefully come around here and set light to the sconce. Come back round. We've got 1 more enemy to defeat, you might have seen. There we go. Bot bust enemy, and it's not this pit, it is the pit at the end that we want to drop down. Yeah. So you're looking for this pit with the mist going over it after you've lit the sconce. Drop down there. Which, playing offline, there is no guides or people to tell you that's what you're supposed to do. Very daunting. I definitely had to look up what to do in these when I was doing my first blind platinum run. Well, semi-blind, because as I just said, I had to look for help. But there we go, we're back to the Gulch, we're back to the hidden chamber under the castle. Speak your devotion will gain.
Young undead. Let us. You have what once, but slow. It is we.
And that is our 2nd copy of Resonance Soul. So, not a new hex there.
May the dark.
May the dark shine your way. Right, back we go. And now, the Black Gulch hidden chamber. So if you recall, the next one is one of those drops. So for this part, I like to switch back to the fire longsword for the weird fire things, the hands that come out and do the annoying grab moves. These things. Bad things. Get my stamina back. Thank you. This part's poison loss. Fire next thing. Thank you. I'm going to cast a flame butterfly, so I can definitely get the drop that I'm looking for. Further back on, put Dark Sight back on.
Finally, now young up.
And we're going to give a human effigy, and we're going to open the mouth of the void. Kneel, touch your forehead, give it your best Bruce Forsyth. And similar to before, there is a waterfall, so get past the waterfall and then use your flame butterfly. We need to do this because we need to improve the aggro range. So there is a hammer going. And there is this very annoying pyromancer. And then there's a castle. Hammer, pyro, spellcaster. I'm just checking where the next enemy is. Across. There's another hammer, pyro, and spellcasters. So just focus on positioning. So use the water to avoid the waterfall to keep the torch going. Carefully come round the edge to light the sconce. 2 out of 3 done. Carefully come back across, and that's what the others are. Steer clear of the water. And the enemies are down below. There we go. So yeah, without the torch, we would not have the range for the casting. Casting? Oh, there you are. This should be a spellcaster. Go through, and there is our misty drop once again. 2 down.
Finally, now young.
So, talk.
Remember, may the dark.
Just to make sure that you've got the full acknowledgement. Feather. And the reason we're doing all of this is so that we can get our 15th hex at the end of it. So we're going to travel. Shaded woods. Shaded ruins. Head out. We're going to head back to the last place we met the wheelchair, if you recall, which is the drop. Down. Making sure not to get cursed. That drop is here. Donk. I'm going to use a little life gem to save my Estus for the boss. Talk.
Now young. The mouth
Give him the human effigy to reopen the void.
May the dark shine your way. May the dark.
May the dark, dark of the dark, of the dark of the dark. Interesting line though, actually. May the dark shine your way. Okay, so down the path there is a thief and an archer. So I'm going to go dark orb this time, as it is faster and it can attack them closer. Okay. So you can see there is a caster as well. That's what we wanted. Bob. No. Let me, Bob. Gonna have a drink. In the safety of my Bob. Come on. There we go. So we're going to light the sconce now. And over here, where the spellcaster started, pull the lever. This is the correct lever. Get magic staff ready to soul spear when we go down the lift. There's going to be an enemy using claws. Lovely. And I like to use an amber herb here to restore some of our soul spears. There's our Misty drop. However, this time we're going to drop to a boss, the Darklurker boss. It is just it's a ranged fight. Let's recommend switching our life gem to either Radiant or Old Radiant, so that the life gems are going to do more. Since we're not using our halberd for this fight, we can switch to Ring of Steel protection for the few physical attacks. We don't need the bow. Halberd being equipped or not doesn't actually change anything, so we'll keep it equipped just in case. But yeah, this is going to be a ranged fight. The key thing with this boss, though, is when you see a dark orb gets raised ahead, the actual attack comes from a different one behind you. So that's what you need to be mindful of. I'd say just focus on healing, keep your health up, and this boss should be fine with the armor that we've got. So, down we go. There you are. There you go, so there, and there's the real Dark Orb. Oh, I missed the second attack. But as you can see, Soul Spear is doing a lot of damage. So I'm just keeping my distance, I'm not rushing. Nice and easy. Whoop whoop. Yeah, Soul Spear is just so good. so good. And then where's the nub? There you go. At the end of this little nub here, you can see the dark mist. Make sure always just do that extra check that you're definitely dropping at the right place.
There is dark.
Speak again. You're going to get your second Great Resonant Soul. Talk. He's going to give you a chime.
May the dark shine
Feather.
your way.
And now we go back to the OG under the castle, who's going to give us another chime, and that's where we're going to get our 15th hex climax. Drang Castle, under castle.
Young and deep, the dark wind.
And there you go, climax and the Xanthus set.
The ember.
Oh no, we don't get another chime. I've just copied that in twice for some reason. Right, purchase. We are going to purchase the 3 human effigies to replace the 3 that we've spent. Hopefully your runs through that went as easy as mine, and you didn't have to spend any more. And we're going to purchase all 10 bonfire aesthetics. We want as many of these as possible for our New Game Plus and New Game Plus Plus, where we're going to farm the rotten boss at the bottom of the Gulch. Okie dokie. May the dark shine your way with the dark of the dark. Back to Majula. There we go. Might as well level up with MZ. And at this point, it's up to you what you want to spend on, really. I recommend Faith, as it's going to increase your dark bonus, and potentially can increase your cast speed further if you get enough levels into it. You're also welcome to go into Endurance to increase your stamina. Those two would be my recommendations. You could do Adaptability if you find that you're struggling with your drinking speed. But yeah, I like to go into Faith. Right, and now it's DLC time. As I mentioned right at the beginning, Scholar of the First Sin includes by default all of the DLC content, which means it includes all the trophies associated with the DLC content. So we have to do those to get you your platinum. So Black Gulch, Hidden Chamber. The DLCs are the 2 shrines. So there is a shrine just after where we fought the Rotten, and there is the Shrine of Winter, which we went to before we got to the castle. You can do them in any order. This is the order that I did when I got my first platinum, and thus it's just what I've gotten used to. So, keep shield up so you don't get poisoned. Just remember that's a fire seed, that's why we didn't pick that up. Come round slightly to the right. So this is where we came after we defeated the boss. This is the bonfire that we lit. However, this time we're coming to the shrine. Examine the shrine, which as always means do your Bruce Forsyth impression. Okay. Keep going. Don't worry about the creepiness. Opens the doors and then keep going to get to the first bonfire. I like to use Dark Orb for the enemies that we will eventually be coming to. I'm pretty sure there's an item, but I think it's a dragon charm or something. It's definitely something. Yeah, here. Dragon charm times 3, there you go. Something we don't use, but hey, there's an item for you. Look at that. That's some Indiana Jones level stuff over there. Shulva. Going. Yep, that's a dragon. Light the bonfire. Rest. Because I'm going to swap life gems. And on the path, one more knight, keep going for 2 more knights and an archer. There it is. So the key thing with these knights is they have a heck of a lot of poise. As you can see, none of those attacks have done any stun. I'm now going to switch to Soul Spear because we're now going to have multiples. Preference is always take out range first. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, that's even more annoying. There we go. At this point, I regret not going for the backstab strategy. So the alternative is you come here, you rush immediately and backstab the archer, and then you go for backstabs on the other 2. 4 more archers after that, as you can see them there. Oh, one of them has taken out a melee weapon instead. That's fine. I'm going to lure him back here where I'm safe from the archers. And as you can see, even more annoying, they are using poison arrows. There we go. 4 archers. Grab the life gem. And then, where is our clubbed enemy down low? Where's he gone? Okay. Interesting. Fair enough. Right. Need to put my bow back on. Bow. You're going to hit this, and it's going to raise this lift here, which we're going to get onto and grab the long bow +7. I'm going to knock this guy off the edge. There we go. And let's replace our short bow with our long bow. And just noticed distinct lack of ring of blades. And we're going to switch that for the ring of steel protection, as the DLC areas are more difficult. Okie dokie. Down we go. Grab poison stone. can't help but think I've missed something. Hit the hourglass, get on the left. Oh no, it might be that one, that's why. Bad notes, apologies gamers. Oh, where? How rude. So, this area here, as you can see, is very creepy already. Don't hit the eggs is the key, and just be wary that these things spew equipment durability breaking gas. There we go. We're going to come through here. No, we're just going to go for the back steps. Grab the poison bite ring. Back down. Okay, we're back on track on the notes. Apologies there. Right. Poison bite ring, back down, and then left before the entrance to the red room. Spell snipe the guard on the stairs. He will start to chase you around. There we go. So left. Spell snipe there. He's going to start to chase. So drop one level down. There's a barn here. And then we're going to jump onto the stairs. There's going to be 2 enemies at the top of the stairs, plus the one that's trying to chase us down. We have a life gem, because we have plenty of little life gems. Always take out the range first. Take advantage of that lovely back critical damage that we get from the dark scythe. Club guy past hourglass for 5 lightning urns. We want as many throwables as possible. Get the bow, and we're going to attack this poison statue turtle. And along the path, grab some items. Pop hourglass. Donkey. Pop the hourglass. No! Oh, right. Oh, that was a point in my notes. What I should have said in my notes was the left platform rises, and instead I was like, I can't remember which platform rises here. It's the left one. Okay, well, let's make sure we don't die to overconfidence or frustration. Thank you. Yeah, right, let's go for backstab strategy. Nope, was not the right strategy. And that's the dying to overconfidence. Oh, Drew, what are you doing, man? You had it all, and then you threw it all away. Okay. Sorry, viewers. I am not a fan of the DLC areas of Dark Souls 2. Oh, come off it. Yes, we're all impressed. No, well, thank you for the backstab, Dark Souls 2. Thank you, Dark Souls 2. Please. Please do be. We love a bit of that. Yes, I'm being petty and bitter. Right. We can come to here because we got the lift up. We can come around here. We can do this. We do this. We do this. Thank you. Backstab Dark Souls 2. Oh no, hello, you're not supposed to be here. I think he followed me from by the red room where I dropped down and said, oh, the lift's here now, so we can just drop here. Inside that room, there is... right. Let's... pop you. So the lift goes down. There we go. Bonfire. And we're back. So I've lost some souls there, but that's fine. Souls don't matter. Worst case, I can always do the giant farm again, so it's not the end of the world. Okay, so now we've got a longbow. We're going to use this window and we're going to have an arrow battle with 2 distant archers to reduce the number of enemies. So just remember, because the bow is now in your left hand, your buttons are reversed. And as the general rule, if they attack with poison, they're immune to poison, but we're still using poison arrows because we have so many of them. The other one is behind that pillar there. Can we get an arrow? Yes, we can. And now we can't. So we'll have to use this one. And this one. I don't care if I'm hitting you on the arm. A hit is a hit. Why are you hiding behind the pillar? Why are you not fighting me? There we go. Alright. At this point, I'm going to use humanity to get my max health back. These enemies do plenty of damage already. Let's put on the silver cat ring. And drop down. Dried root, but as you've seen there's an enemy. Let's get our ring of steel protection back. Thank you for finally giving me the backstab first time. Just making sure there wasn't poison in those pots. Back out again. So there's another drop here. Downstairs, as you can see, there's already one knight. I have never managed to get the backstab on this guy. I think it's just one of those Dark Souls enemies. Of course. It's one of those Dark Souls enemies that's just there to lure you into a false sense of security, but nope. Apparently I just needed to get good. There's just something about these DLCs that doesn't want to go to plan. Okay. Across and in. And then, right, back on path and up, spellbar, backstab, sleepy guy, waking up times 2. So, this is why we popped those snipers. You're welcome to grab here. Crossbow bolts, worst case you can always sell those. Guy's gonna get up, wait for the arms to drop. There we go. Grab the Lloyd's talismans. And where is Sleepy Man number 2? There you are. Oh, we waited a little bit too long there. Thank you for the backstab. but without the backstab. Grab the Twinkling Titanites. And we want to drop to that platform. Silver Cap Ring. And then where there you are, bow snipe the hourglass. No. By those creepy statues. So drop down into there, and there are more of those poison turtle rock things. So just use your bow, your longbow. They're highly resistant to magic, so the physical bow representing the best way to deal damage. Weird tree thing. What we're here for is not the Notched Wick, we're here for the Promised Walk of Peace, hex number 16. Walk back out, grab your torch, and use your feather. And there we go for this video. So that's quite a few hexes that we've picked up there. We've completed all of the voids, and we're a good start into this DLC. But there's still plenty more to do. Otherwise, you wouldn't have bought it if it was that quick. But yeah, so apologies. I had my little moment there where kind of lost track of my notes. I died in a place that you absolutely shouldn't die, but these things happen. Hopefully you can learn from my mistakes or just enjoy watching me fail every now and again. Please, as always, I greatly appreciate any likes, any subscribes, comments, thoughts, feedback. How is your journey coming along in the comments? Can't wait to see you in the next video. We're doing so well on our journey to your platinum, or to all achievements on Xbox. Yeah, so let's carry on our DLC journey before we get onto the quick and easy parts that are New Game Plus and New Game Plus Plus. So until I see you in the next video, bye for now.